Okay, good morning. Okay, sit down, please. All right, so we have a homework, right? So last activity that we have. So like what I said, in 1 to 6 is if with solution, 2 points, right? 2 points. And for 7 to 10, just the answer to changing to fraction. Okay, let's answer. 0.31. Oh, exchange please with your classmate. Exchange. Exchange notebook. Exchange. Yep. All right, so let's answer. 0.31. 31 is the recurring or repeating. What is the answer? Ah, we have 31 over 99. Okay, how about 0.25? 25 over. Okay, how about 0.143? 43 is our repeating. The answer is we have 142 over 990, or we can simplify our lowest term 71 over 495. Okay? It's okay if not lowest term, okay? It's okay. So if your classmate answer 142990, check. If your classmate answer 71 over 495, check. Okay? Any of that. Understand? Okay, next is 8 recurring. 8 over 9. Okay, next. 281. 1 is only a recurring. We have, so 253 over 900. Okay. And number 6, 27. So, this is 27 over 99. Simplify answer or the lowest term is we have 3 over 11. Okay? So, it's okay if your classmate is, the answer is 27 over 99. Check it, okay? Check it. If your classmate answered 27 over 99, check it, okay? I accept. All right. So, next is, we have 7 over 11. What is the answer? So, we have 0.63, 6363. Okay, 63 is the recurring. 25 over 990. We have 0.025. 250, is the answer. And 73 over 999, we have 0.073. And the last one is 0.01. 0101 is the recurring. Okay? Add zero? Okay. So later, I'll get your score, ha? Later. All right. So, who got 16? Perfect. That is total of 16. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Full score is 16. Okay? 16. Who got perfect? Raise your hand if you got perfect score. Only 2? Perfect? How about the others? Not perfect. 9? 9? Okay. So understand the process? Understand on how to convert the fraction to recurring decimal and recurring decimal to fraction. Okay? Understand? Everyone? Okay, so let's move on to the new topic, which is all about square root and cube root. Okay, what is your idea when we talk about square root? What is that? Kruk, kruk. What is square root? Square root is what? Anyone? Yeah, I know. That is root. Okay? Square root is this one. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, this one. So as you can see, square root is the number when multiplied by itself. That is the actual number. So itself or times 2. Okay? Multiply by itself 2 times. Okay? And we say cube root, this is multiplied by itself 3 times. Okay? Alright, copy this on your notebook, please. Copy. Copy on your notebook. Ay, sorry. Okay. Alright, so ay, so that symbol for the square root and cube root, we use a symbol, right? So, what is this? What is that? Yeah, I know, square root, we can indicate cube root, but what symbol is that? 2? Root, huh? So, this symbol is, we call it a radical symbol. Radical. Okay? Radical. All right. So, how about the numbers here in the symbol? So, let's say we have 2 or 3 or 4, right? What is that? We call it index. Okay? We call it index. How about inside the radical symbol? Let's say I have 16. What this number? This number is, we call it a radicand. Okay? Radicand, radical symbol, and this number is, we call it index. Okay? Index, radical symbol, and we have a radicand. Okay? All right, I'll give you 2 minutes more to copy that. So just always remember when we talk about square root, this is the number that multiply itself 2 times. And if we have cube root, 3 times. Okay, so we have a different rule in getting a square root and a cube root. So I'll show you what are the different rule after you copy that. What are the rules? Finish? 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, let's move on. All right, so like what I said, we have a different rule in finding a square root and the cube root, right? So now, let's see. This one. So square roots of fractions. So you know how to get the square root, right? So let's say square root of 16. What is the answer? What is the answer? Square root of 16. 16. Square root of 16. 4, okay? Because the factor that we have is 4 times 4 is equal to 16. So, go back to the original number. So, as you can see, square root of fraction. So, we have 49 and 64. So, based on the rule, we have square root of A and B. That indicates that square root, we need to get the numerator, the square root of A, and get the square root also for the B. Okay, so 49 and 64. What is the answer? So we have 7 over 8. Okay? How about this? 4 over 81. What is the answer? Square root only. 2 Okay, very good. 2 over 9. How about this? 81 and 100. 9 over 10. Very good. How about this? 25 and 36. Okay, very good. 5 over 6. So, that is the rule for getting the square root of fractions. Understand? Understand? Okay, let's move on. How about this? Cube root. Same rule, okay? So we just need to get the cube root of numerator, cube root of denominator. So 27 and 64, what is the answer? We have 3 over 3 over 4. Okay, so because we have 3 times 3 times 3, 27. 4 times 4 times 4, we have 64. How about 8 over 125? 2 over 5. Very good. 2 over 5. How about this? 1 over 64. Okay, 1 over 4. Understand? So that's the rule. Okay, how about this? Uhoy. So what is the answer? 0.81. And what is, if we have 81, what is the answer? 9. Okay. So 0. Okay, very good. 0.9. How about this? 625. 0.0625. What is the answer? 0. We have 0.25. Okay. How about this? 512. Cube root of 0.512. What is the answer? Yes. We have 0.8. 8 times 8 times 8. Okay, 0.8. How about this? 0.008. Yeah, 2. 0. Okay, very good. 0.2. Because we talk about 3 times, right? 2 times 2 times 2. Okay. Understand? So, those are different rule. How about this? Uhoy. Okay, don't worry. This is very easy. So, based on the rule, we have a square root A times a square root of B. So, as you can see, we just multiply the radicand. Okay? The radicand. All right. So, 4 times 9, what is the answer? 4 times 9. 4 times 9? The answer is 36. And we need to get the square root. So, what is the answer? Square root. 6. So, therefore, the answer is 6. Okay? Understand? How about this? 5 and 20. 5 times 20. 100. And what is the square root of 100? 10. Okay. How about this? 400. What is the answer? 20. Okay. How about this? 24 and 6. What is the answer? The answer is, we have 12. Okay? Now, in cube root, same process, same rule. So we just need to multiply the radicand that we have 2 and 32. Okay, 32 times 2, we have 60, 64. And what is the cube root of 64? We have cube root of 64. We have 4. 4 times 4 times 4. Okay? How about this? 36 times 6. So the answer is 6. And next, we have this one, very easy. 10 times 100. 1,000. And what is the cube root of 1,000? Okay, very good. So we have 10. Easy, right? So those are the rules, okay? Rules of this. Okay, now next is, maybe we just move on. This one. Okay. So, let's go back in the square root and the cube root. So, we have a different method to get a square root and cube root. The first one is factorization method. Okay, repeat after me. Factorization method. Factorization method. Okay, so how to do that? So this is, we call it a prime. What is prime numbers? So when we say prime numbers, these are the numbers that we can have a factor for only times 1. For example, 3 times 1, that is prime. 2 times 1, prime. 5 times 1, prime. What else? 7 times 1, prime. What else? 11, right? That is prime number. What else? 13, prime. Okay? All of the numbers that the factor is only for multiply by 1. That is prime numbers. Okay? So, I'll teach you how to find a square root by doing a factor tree. Just like a Christmas tree, okay? A Christmas tree. All right. So, this one, 256. So, we just have this. Okay? 128 times 2. 2 is prime, right? And then 128, get a factor. So, we have 64 times 2. So, 2 again is a prime. Okay? Next, we have 8 times 8. Okay? 8 times 8. And then we need to factor again. So, 4 times 2 and 4 times 2. And we still have this. So, 2 times 2, 2 times 2. So, that is, we call it a prime factorization factor tree. Okay? Just like a Christmas tree, right? So, as you can see, we need to count all of the prime numbers. How many prime numbers that we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we have 8. So, prime factors is we have 8. Okay? So, now, so we have a 8, power of 8. Just remember, if we're getting the square root, so we have the rule of in multiplication, right? So this one, 2 and 8, this is square root. So you have 1/2. Indicates for 1/2. Okay? The rules, okay? So therefore, we have 2 power of the half of 8, 4. Very good. So we have 4. Now, what is the answer for square root of 256? 2 times 2 times 2. So, 2 times 2? 4. Times 2? Times 2. Okay, so the answer is 16. Okay? Easy, right? So that is how we get by using factor 3. Okay, how about this? 625, factor 3. So we have 25 times 25. 5 times 5, 5 times 5. And 5 is prime, right? So therefore, count all of the prime. We have 5, 4. So, get this one. So 5 power of 2 and 5 times 5, 25. So why we have a positive and negative? Because if you multiply the negative number, it is also positive. And then positive, positive. So that's why we have 2 answers. Okay? Understand? Understand? Okay, how about this? So this is also a prime. but division method. Okay? The other one is factor 3. We need to think of factor, okay? And this one is long division method, but same, prime factorization. Prime, okay? We need to get the prime. 48. So, start with 2, okay? 48 divided by 2. 20. Okay, so we have 24. And then divide again by 2. Okay, so we have 12. And 2 again, we have 6. And then 2 again, we have 3. And we need to proceed to 3 because 3 is also prime, right? So 3 until you get 1. Oh, now, we need to combine all of the prime. How many 2 that we have? 4. So 2 power of 4. And then we have 3, which is we only have 1. Now, so as you can see, so what is the answer for 2? 2, 4? 2 power of 4? It will become? 2. We have 4, right? So 1/2. What is the answer? 2 power of 2. Okay, very good. So we have 2 power of 2. So we have a square root, right? So you need to put outside. So now, simplify. 2 times 2? 4. So therefore, the answer is 4 square root of 3 or negatives 4 square root of 3. Understand? Understand? Sure? So that is 2 method, okay? The factor 3 and this one, long division method. Okay? All right, next. How about cube root? Cube root, ha? So we have 216. In cube root, again, we need to get the factor 3. Okay? So 54 and 2. And then divide it again. 27 and 2. And then we have 9 and 3. And then 3 times 3. Okay, so let's count. So how many 2 that we have? 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. So get this one. Okay? So what is the answer? Simplify it. So, in square root, we have 1/2. Okay? In cube root, we have what? We have, for example, this one is 1/3. Okay? So, what is the answer? So, we just have a 2 times 3. And the answer is 6. Why we don't have negative? Huh? We don't have minus, no? Remember, guys, if we talk about an even number, for example, 2 power of 4, power of 8, that is positive. But if we talk about a odd number exponent, that is negative. Okay? So, next, how about long division method? So, as you can see, we just need to divide it. Divide. What is the answer? 320. Divide to 2. Okay, very good. So we have 160 again. Divide by 2. 80. Divide by 2. Okay, divide by 2. Okay, divide by 2. Okay, divide by 2. And then, divide to what? 5. Because 5 is also a prime. So we have 1. Okay, so let's count. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6. Okay? And then, what is this? 2 power up? Okay, very good. So we can have 2 power up. Ay? Ha? Ah, sorry na. Wrong na. Sorry. So 2 power of 3, ha? So 2 times 2 times 2? Ha? 6, 7. 6, 7. 8. Oh, 8 square root of 5. Don't worry. Sorry. This is 8 ha. This is 8. Sorry na. Okay. So, understand? Understand? No? Oh, wow. Okay. On your notebook, try this. Okay. You can use a factor 3. You can use a long division method. Okay? Whatever you want. As long, it's same answer, okay? The result is same answer. You can use anything, factor 3 or long division. You can choose. Go. You can choose whatever you like. You know the process, okay? Guys, just remind a minute. This one is correct. Okay? This one is correct. Why? Because we have we have six, right? Two, six. And then this is cube root. Okay? Cube root. So we have 1 over 3. And this one, okay, we have 2. Right? So therefore, 2 power. And correct na. Okay.
175ได้ไงวะ175
No one saw, no one saw. I just have Four minutes. 4 minutes. Number 1. Okay. Psst. Hi. Sit properly. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's answer. Okay, for number 1, what is the answer? The answer is 28. Okay. Number 2, what is the answer? 5 square root of 11. Number 3, 9. Number 4, 5 cube root of 7. Okay? Alright, announcement. Next week, we have tests. All about real numbers and Pythagorean theorem. Okay, we have chapter test next meeting. Okay? And next meeting, you need to bring your notebook because I'll check if you have notebook, okay? While you're doing a test, I'm checking your notebook. Understand? Understand? Okay, stand up everyone. Alright, so that's it for today. And goodbye. Test. Why?